Good evening, and welcome to ARC's last ditch trip to Bleak Inlet. Yes, Jen, we are going to Bleak Inlet. My last chance for the bedroll in this run. Outside of, I think there's like a small chance in Forsaken Airfield or something like that, but we know what happens when we go to Forsaken Airfield. Now, despite the troubles with the bedroll, I'd say I actually have high hopes for this run. It's going quite well, and even in the worst case where we also hit the 25% chance of no bedroll in Bleak Inlet, I think it's still possible that we just go back, finish the bow, and kill some bears, and then somehow survive long enough to make the bear bedroll. Hey Sirius, hey Coco. Alright, let's get started. On day 14. Alright, now unfortunately I have like no energy. Wait, why am I so warm? Okay, the fire must be extending all the way out to here. Ugh, 11 minutes. Okay, so we need to keep this thing going long enough to harvest the snow shelter. We absolutely have to move here. Teas and everything are ready, I guess. Let's grab this. It's like 15 seconds on there. Shoot. Alright. I guess we go down to just one torch left. Then we're gonna have to make a quick fire for more torches. It's not Ollie. Don't be ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna have to hope that's enough. 18 minutes. Hopefully we get a slight burn bonus. Or we get a little bit of embers. Something. Okay, dismantle. Immediately go back and light the torch. Got my clothing on, and we're out of here. I guess I have another can. I'll leave another one of these somewhere else. Oh, please tell me we're getting some fog. We're definitely due for some slightly better luck, it feels like. I don't see any loose sticks over there. I think we kind of cleaned this area out, so let's go this way. Sticks? I don't see any. There's one. Alright, we just need like 10 sticks before I have to make a fire. And then we should be okay. I think that means it's running time. Got this single torch. Oh, we have a ton of fuel, actually. Oh, I didn't leave anything at the train car, did I? I'm gonna feel pretty foolish if I left stuff at the train car. I think everything I left was at the... Ugh, we already passed the train car by quite a bit. I think everything I left was at the truck. Sure, hope I'm right about that. I don't think we're gonna make it to the truck. Let's just go down here. I think we finally have 4 acorns now to make 1 cup of coffee. Ptarmigans, I do not have time for you guys. At all. I think we have to use accelerant on this, unfortunately. Hey, Dallin. Welcome in. Ooh, that's a good amount of meat. We've got, looks like 3 and a partial rosehip teas in there. Alright, so I think the most important thing is to loot out this whole area. I don't think we even need to worry about ptarmigans. Take some damage from exhaustion until we can get to the ravine cave, I guess. It was like 11. Just fully commit. Get a quicker warm up.
It's getting dark out here. I'll look for shelter.
So for those of you who weren't here at the end of last stream, I got beat down by multiple back-to-back blizzards in Mystery Lake here. We had to make a snow shelter. What is going on here? Was weird. Wouldn't let me extinguish that one for some reason. So I'm basically counting on the game to finally give me a little bit of good weather. Help me recuperate from this, build back up some of my supplies. Food and fuel. Oh, and we have one match and one flare. Did I mention that? So that's the other big thing that could kill me. Is if we need to start more than 2 fires between now and the next time we get matches. I should be drinking one of these. Yeah, it's pretty cold out. Definitely justifies that. Alright, let's not be too greedy. There's obviously lots more stuff here, but we need to go ahead and head to ravine. Oh, right. I almost forgot I was planning to come back here to get this. Okay, so that's the last of my coal. We got plenty of water. That stays there. That's all junk. How am I doing for food? 26? I think we actually end up leaving some of these here. I don't want to leave too many behind. Maybe just a couple. Alright. And I guess that means we've already looted this. Yeah. Alright, let's just keep moving. There might be something in here. And very quickly check. I think the main hope would be for some like tools or something, or a book. Doesn't look like we're getting anything. Alright, I want to do kind of the minimal amount of traveling here. We can go put... I think we've got some other stuff that needs to be cured. Let's go put everything down to cure in the cave. Check there for loot, then we'll head straight to the coal cars and then get out of here. Yeah, we want to just keep moving for a while. Let's go ahead and get one of these. Save all my fuel for when we have a bed to sleep in. Okay, rope is here. I'm not even going to carry it. Actually, yeah, we don't care about the rope at all. We don't care about the rope at all. I can just stay right there. So somebody left a comment. I wish I could remember their name. Somebody left a comment on one of the outer challenges. I forget which one. Probably one of the outer misery ones. Suggesting an outer misery where you allow birch bark, but then you don't allow clothing repairs, and I think there were a few other minor things. Possibly no bedroll, or... No, I think it was just like one bedroll, but no more until you can craft the bear, which, I mean, is not really a restriction because you only need one bedroll for the first, like, 40 days. It's not gonna wear out that quickly. Anyway, it got me thinking... about this idea for some sort of a lethal outer misery run, where the one boon that I would allow myself would be the birch bark tea, because that's such a huge advantage that it provides. But then try to make everything else just as insane as possible, like no caves, no bedroll, maybe like only eating meat and birch bark tea, like those are the only things I can eat. Like I might even tack on a few other things, right? Like, but just make it as lethal as possible, but with birch bark tea, just to see how it plays. Okay, we do have tools now. Nothing else in here. We're not really carrying that much, so once we sleep, this will be a reasonable carry weight to have. I think we'll just take everything with us. The problem with leaving stuff behind is then you have to remember where it is and you have to travel back to get it at some point. Speaking of, do we have bad food? No, everything's good. Final tea. Hopefully we get the warmth out of this. I don't think I've ever had it happen where I pull a tea out of a thermos and then it gets cold before I drink it. Maybe they thought about that with the display, like how they do the display. If it displays as warm, there's at least enough time to remove it and have your drink. Because with how close I cut it, I would have expected that to be an issue at some point by now. We probably don't give Hinterland enough credit for stuff like that, where they've done stuff behind the scenes that we don't even know they've done, but that it makes the game run more smoothly. Hey Shu, welcome in. Look at me ignoring all the birch bark and picking up sticks. Feels wrong somehow. Oh hey, we've got a stim coming up too. Didn't even think about that aspect of things. No container back there. Looks like we might as well have a very small fire in this cave just to warm up before we head down. Give me all of your sticks. Sticks. Oh, stars are coming out. No longer have the warm protection of the fog for my flame.
Come on, little fire. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Okay, let's make this as quick as possible. We have 2 Rishi teas. We need to make more teas of whatever type we have available. We have plenty of water, I think. We'll make the burdock tea. Get these heated up. Yeah, water we're absolutely fine on. In fact, I probably should not have been carrying all this water with me. Let's continue to make more teas. Now we gotta wait this wind out, which is okay. Do that, get 2 of these down. I mean, that's basically enough teas now, right? 4, 5. Yeah, let's do maybe 1 more. We can't make acorn coffee because we don't have a hammer. I have to go back to the forge for that. I forgot about that. Only 16 sticks. This is really not that much fuel. It's not good. Yeah, Jen, we have coal, but, like, coal is more of an emergency fuel, right? It's like, I wanna not spend coal if I can possibly help it. Hey, Rick. Welcome in. Haven't seen you in a while. "10-second sit rep?" I'll give you more than 10 seconds because we're sitting here waiting for the wind to end. So this is a regular Purist Outer Nogoa, which means that I can do all the things. I can use the back half of the caves, the front half. Alright, so much for that plan. Wind ends, now we need to leave. So I spawned in HRV, we got everything we needed there. Went to the forged all of our stuff, went to Mystery Lake, and did not find a bedroll. So now we have to go to Bleak Inlet to find a bedroll. That's basically where things stand. Oh, and I have one match and one flare. That's all I have left. So we gotta find matches soon. No, I did not look for the mag lens. How do I go through them so fast? Well, I only had 24 matches for the entire run, and it's day 14, so I've only used about 1.5 matches per day. I just got unlucky. I didn't find any RNG matches at all. Not in any of the cars, in Milton, not at Spence, not at Poacher's Camp, not at High Blind, any random corpses, didn't find any anywhere in Mystery Lake. Right, it's just, if you just don't find any RNG at all for 15 days, then just those 2 guaranteed match spawns aren't quite enough. Now, I would prefer to go do my version of this goat, because I know it better, but this one is closer, and we don't really have time to mess around, so we're going to do this one. I think it's pretty hard to mess up. You just gotta be up on this ledge. I mean, maybe you can get higher than this, but I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, it looks like you can get higher. Let me just see. I don't think it's necessary at all to be up there. Yeah, because you have to drop down right here anyway. So you just have to be right here. Oh, geez, I hope this is right. It feels scary to go down that far when you know there's a death wall right here. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we made it past the hard part. Alright, let's just reset torch here while I'm on a flat spot. For the loop through Bleak, I mean, basically check every match and every bedroll spawn. I'll read your message in a second and tell you if my route is gonna vary significantly from what you said. Going down by the radio tower, canery. The bedroll can be in multiple places. We have to check the canery, we have to check the lighthouse. And in the worst case, we have to go all the way to the far cave for it. I really hope we don't have to go to the island cave for it. Well, that's not the worst case. The worst case is it's in the illegal indoor room in the canery. Which means we'll have hit the 6.25% chance for the no bedroll run. So I'm considering, because we have so little fuel,
We're getting cold.
and we have so little time for sleeping. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is, let's have a small fire here. We need to get a new torch out first. I'm gonna intentionally take about 2% more damage to exhaustion, just to kind of get caught up on, resources here.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Please don't make me, use accelerant. I guess we have tea in the thermos. Yeah, we can do that. If for some reason this doesn't start. Or if I get cold while starting it.
That didn't work.
Seriously. Just drink this whole thing. Oh, man. Winding River is allowed, but I've determined that we're on loot table 1, which has no bedroll in Winding River.
Come on, little fire. Come on. My fingers feel.
So basically the way Outer works is loot tables 2 and 3 are by far the best because they have a bedroll in Mystery Lake and usually another bedroll in either Pleasant Valley or Milton. Then there's loot table 4 where the bedroll is in Winding River. And then there's loot table 1, which of course is the one that I'm on, which has no bedroll unless you go to Bleak. So you have to go to Bleak for the bedroll on this loot table. It is holding steady at -1. Wow, it's really cold up here. Alright, well, we're gonna end up tearing this fire down eventually anyway. Let's just put a bunch more on it. Get this down. We can just drop this for now. Man, it's cold out here. Don't tell me I'm actually going to take damage doing this. I'm not canceling. I was going to say. I'm not canceling. I refuse. Take a few points here. Well, that was a lot more painful than I thought it was going to be. Alright, I don't think this wind is going to let up. I think we just have to go back at the cave and sleep now. What are we looking at here? 2 degrees. -7. Alright, whatever. Let's just drink a little bit of this. What a mess. Having to micromanage every little thing here just to not take damage, or not take too much damage from the cold while I shift everything around.
Come on, little fire. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I think we're gonna need all that fur on there. Alright, at long last, we can finally get some sleep. Let's see, that's, I think, 3 teas. So we probably want to make a couple more. Hey, Turkey. Welcome in. You're here just in time for the trip into Bleak. You know, Turkey, I think it is. I was planning to grab it when I walked back up there. It almost looks like a short, fat book. Okay. Definitely don't want this to go out while I'm gone, so let's do a little bit more fuel on here. Yeah, it is cedar. Several months ago, I found a new goat up out of the ravine that's significantly stronger than the last one. The one that involves going way out of bounds over there. And this one is still a little bit long, but could definitely be useful for situations where you just don't have time to tie off the rope or you don't have the energy to do the rope climb. Want to save the stem for later, something like that. Anyway, I'll probably make a video showing that off sometime soon. I've got several goating video projects planned. And not enough time to work on them. Especially with all this time I've been spending streaming these outer challenges. Hey, Thomas. I think we'll be fine without any more tea getting back. Well, we're not going to do the goat up out of here today because I have to go into Bleak right now. Didn't there used to be rabbits running around this area at one point? This is like negative 19. I feel like it's going to be warmer in a couple hours. Let's get a couple more hours of sleep and then go.
I can't feel my feet.
Might need a few more stones for distracting timber wolves. Alright, 4 reishi and 2 backup teas. We can always make more if we start running low. I think it's more important to go ahead and get the sleep now. I can make teas anywhere. I cannot sleep anywhere. And we basically gotta wait out whatever this current wind is, and then immediately leave. So 18 sticks and a cedar. We have a book for fire starting now, and we have 15 coal. Alright. Probably gonna use up a lot of coal going through Bleak, but it's just the way it is. These are all jiggled. We don't really need any more water down here, but I guess let's pick this up. Let's make at least one more liter. 230. Yeah, no burn bonus back in the back of the cave here. Alright, one more liter. That's definitely it. Oh, are we ending? Sounded like it for a second. Alright, one more. Okay, let's take that, take that. We'll carry the 1.84. Yeah, we're under. Actually, maybe I'll carry more with me. As long as we're not overweight, there's no reason not to carry it. 31 plus some scraps. Yeah, I can carry all this. I mean, not that I mind that much, but this is my ideal travel time. All right. As long as the wind doesn't start back up by the time we wake up, we'll at least have an attempt at leaving here. Well, I've had one match and one flare since we started the stream an hour ago. I still have one match and one flare. This looks like it might be turning foggy, which would just be a dream. Perfect weather for going into Bleak, if so. Only -10. Wow, that's actually really, really good. I wonder if I should probably do some... Oh, the timber wolves are all the way up here. Well, that's kind of nasty. I really don't want to deal with them at all. I wonder if we can sneak around. Can we get up there? So far, so good. Hey, nobody. Welcome in. Thanks for saying that. Happy you enjoyed those episodes. Now I'm hoping that there's only ever one set of timber wolves on this high ground, because that means we're completely free to roam around here as much as we want now without having to worry about them. Alright, I'm thinking let's start sprinting. It's going to be more valuable to cover more ground, I think, than to save the energy. We don't even need to go up to the fire tower at all, do we? Grab some of these sticks, I guess. So I have a good goat down from right over here, just to the right of the tower. But I don't think we're going to do that. Hey, Pixel. What I might do is let's drop into this little area. Maybe there's like a backpack that might be missing a piece of cloth if we don't loot in here. This is probably going to be a Polaroid, isn't it? Nothing useful, of course.
I think I can use this.
Okay, I take it back. Not just a piece of cloth, but a very useful one. I didn't know there were hidden caches like that on Nogoa. Doesn't seem right. I mean, we'd know if it was stalker level loot, because we'd be finding all sorts of illegal stuff. I wonder if that's just a very rare spawn. I mean, to be fair, who even comes down here in Nogoa? Probably not many people would take the time to come down there, so maybe that's why I've never seen that there before. Rick, I know you haven't been here in a while, but I'm sadly have to inform you that the tower is indoors. I know, people make that mistake all the time. It's so easy to forget. And now I kind of want to check the other little off the beaten path area up here. What? Ah, that stinks. Just sudden wind gusts out of nowhere. Is this it right here? We might have already missed it. Oh, it is right here. Okay. We'll check it out. It's not too far out of the way. Alright, well that's... We're definitely going to spend either the flare or the match now. And it looks like there is absolutely squat back here. Oh, a soda. Alright. 250 calories. Now, I didn't even have a chance to try to, like, quickly set up a sheltered fire somewhere.
Feels like night is coming.
There's no hidden caches in here worth looking for, right? Maybe I should check the back of these trucks. I guess I'll open these visors up. Might have been in the other truck. Nothing back here. Nothing back here. Don't want to throw me some RNG matches? Okay, game. Don't worry, I'll survive in spite of you. What? There it is. Trying to open it while I'm sheltered from the wind here. You can see we're actually not too cold as long as we're sheltered. And I think there can be some burdock that grows up here somewhere. We're just going to quickly check for that, and then we'll head down. Not back here, is it? No, could be up here. Or maybe it's just not here today. I don't think there's ever any supplies around here. Alright, no burdock, no supplies. This is a little harder to get onto than the other one, but works, I guess. I honestly don't have a path down from here, so we're just hoping that I can do it without screwing it up. I think it's better this way. This is not pleasant. Yeah, it looks like we can scoot onto this. Sprained ankle? That's not very nice. I was using that ankle.
It's a bit, but I'll make it. Ow.
We have to run. We're just going to cover so much more ground via running. We have a long way to go before there's a bed. Alright, no timber wolves yet. Oh, that rabbit scared me. I heard the little footsteps and I thought, okay, those are wolves right there. Unless that was like 2 deer grouped up together. Let's see. We got 49 cattails. We don't have to worry about hunting. Alright, let me get a better sight line on these animals down here, see what they are. Pretty sure those are timber wolves over there, but we can avoid them.
I could eat anything.
Beachcombing exists and is permitted. I have so much ground to cover. This is a very long way to go. I don't know if I would do this again. I thought it was a little bit closer than this. I don't know if I would come all the way over here just for a potential match spawn.
Man, I could eat anything.
Okay, it looks like we're alone. That's a good sign. No matches. We did get a fur firewood for our trouble. Let's see if there's anything in one of these crates. Ugh.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I'm not expecting much to spawn up here besides food, the more I think about it. I mean, there could be a backpack with a piece of clothing in it, but I think we need to get moving. Oh, hey, Kirk. All right. Well, I managed to fully exhaust myself. Now it's a trudge. Yeah. I mean, obviously, in retrospect, having not found the matches here, I wish I hadn't come here. But I don't know. Maybe it was worth it in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, if I had found them and I was in this condition, this tired, headed towards the lighthouse, I'd probably be happy with that. I'd probably be happy with my decision to come look for them.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
Why did I think it was a good idea to use my last flare in Timberwolf country to start a fire instead of my last match? I actually double psyched myself out. I had been thinking that it was important that I use my matchup first. And that was like the opposite of what I would normally do, but it's not the opposite. It's actually the smart thing that I should have done. Well. Maybe the thing to do is to throw a, yeah, let's throw a second coal on here and warm up so fast that we can just travel with the flare. That's the plan. What? No, 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 no. You got it all wrong. Why am I carrying 5 liters of water is the next question.
Anything right about now.
I was hoping to get out of the wind and see how -14 we might be able to sustain a we might be able to sustain a what am I saying? Torch in this. I sure hope so. Otherwise we're going to be in pretty bad shape. Oh, it's so far down to the lighthouse. Why did I do this to myself? Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Do not waste. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. So the wind was going to take it away from me anyway. So now we are down to our final match. I heard footsteps over there. I don't think there would be timber wolves way over here. Oh, it's a bear. Don't mind me, bear. Shiv, I'm here because it's my only hope for a bedroll. I got the one loot table where there's no other bedrolls in the game. So the plan was to come here, get matches, get the bedroll, go home, live happily ever after. Don't see what the problem is exactly. Seems like a good plan to me. I don't have any painkillers? Are you serious? What the heck? Fine. Just drink it. Ugh. Not too happy with the distance I have to travel to get to the lighthouse here. Alright, let's see if there's timber wolves up here. It's gonna alter my plan significantly. I don't see them. Okay. Wonder if it's warm in the back of the bear cave. There's no way, right?
Gotta warm up somehow.
Alright, is it time for the ace up my sleeve? Nearly. It's nearly time for the ace up my sleeve. Yeah, okay. Didn't see matches, but I didn't look that closely. We can check on the other steps too on the way back.
Too cold to think.
I actually waited too long to use it. Should have used it slightly earlier. We still have a little bit of it left. Negative 12. Not really that cold. Oh, they really don't want you to climb up there, do they? Alright, so no bedroll here. 0 matches. That's gonna be a problem, isn't it? 0 matches, 0 flares. Well, we can use, at noon tomorrow, we can probably get over to the cannery using, the thermos and teas. And we're guaranteed to at least find a marine flare over there, I think. Plus, there's a couple of match spawns on the way. Didn't realize how low on teas I was too. We're actually getting quite low, right? Because this is done. My last 3 teas, right? Cache near the hunter blind on the other side of the map had flares. Oh, I don't know about this. That would be, it's probably not stalker only because, unless, okay, so there's 2 ways that the caches work. Did it have anything on stalker? Does it have any illegal loper loot? Because if it does, sometimes the cache isn't even available. Or sometimes they just remove the illegal loot and you keep the stuff like the flares. Like in DP, it's what, 3 flares and 3 flare shells, and you don't get the flare shells if you're playing on Loper. The key to release one of the caches is from a car on the bridge. Okay. Maybe I'll take a look. I think it's very likely, though, that we find matches on the way to the cannery, so I'm not too overly concerned about it. I think at this point it's more likely that lack of teas kills me than anything else. Now, it's possible, okay, so it's possible that the lack of teas would kill me because I'm unable to start enough fires because I don't have the matches. So, right, because if I use all 3 of these teas up just getting to the cannery, because I don't have the matches to stop and start a fire along the way, that's obviously not great. Hey Andy, yeah, I'm familiar with the prepper cache. Unfortunately, it's outer only for this challenge, so ugh. Look at this weather. It's like this is the perfect time to travel, and this is what it decides to do to me. Let's give this a second to figure out what it wants to do. Only I could move this chair an inch closer. 29 minutes at -15. I don't think we can quite pull that off. Fuel is probably not going to be what kills me. Alright, we won't push it on that then. Here comes the blizzard. Gonna lock me down for a while, looks like. I don't think we can get back up from this side. We have to go all the way around to the stairs. I could try this log. Doesn't look like there's a great dismount point though. No? Okay. Alright, that's okay. That's gonna save me some health. Or tea. However you want to look at it.
Starting to feel numb.
A blend of one match only and outer. Don't forget no bedroll. So one match, no bedroll, purist outer. I can see it. I can see it being a challenge. No bedroll is easier if you know it's not no bedroll in advance. Or if you know that you're playing a no bedroll run, because then you don't waste all the time running around looking for the bedroll. You just go about your business. Oh, that was the world's shortest blizzard, huh? It still looks really nasty out there, of course, but... Actually, when we travel, we're gonna need that tea out anyway. Just forget it. And sit next to it. I mean, it doesn't do anything, but I guess we can make these something to do. Maybe repair a, sharpen a knife or something, tear some of these down. Got a few little chores to do while this last piece of rabbit meat cooks, and I think we just sleep until the weather lets us move. Alright, I think there's basically nothing else to do. Grab one more of these. This is done. Time on the fire. Let's get some sleep. Kind of exposed here. Is this better? Yeah, technically. Alright, I need to take a break. I have completely failed in my endeavor to take a break every hour. It's already almost 2 hours. Kirk wasn't here at the start, so that's why I didn't get my reminder, I'm sure. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, Shiv, I really like Black Rock. Plus it has lots of coal. Lots of really good places to sleep without a bedroll. Outdoor workbenches. Alright. So you guys had a whole conversation about prepping acorns or something while I was gone. Alright, we're sitting here waiting for something to happen. 47 minutes. Most important thing to do right now is sleep. No, skinning the rabbit is a complete waste of time. The only reason I would do it, first of all, the guts are useless because I'm not going to carry scent. Oh yeah, Jen, this destroyed lighthouse is kind of like Spence. It has no warmth bonus. Counts as outdoors, doesn't give cabin fever. Yep, exactly. It's the most efficient place to make water in the whole game. You just bring your 6 cooking pots here. You can make 12 liters of water with like an hour of fuel. Of course, then the problem is you have a huge supply of water in Bleak Inlet. What are you going to do with that? We're losing our best travel time to this stupid re-blizzard. Okay, we still have some decent travel time ahead of us. We just have to make a dash for it now. There's not really... Yeah, there's no... There's nothing to think about. We just go. Okay, gotta check the match spawns. Looks like this is probably gonna get blown out. Oh, there is something to think about, and it's clothing. Let's go back. Hopefully my fire is still going. Oh, great, we got an aurora. That's just perfect. So no chance of fog. Means we're probably going to be dealing with wind. Torch got blown out? Yep. Okay, so no fire. No matches. What is that? Something out there on the ice. Okay, let's go recheck this stair here. Absolutely not. Nope. Any more aces up my sleeve? Oh, I forgot I was gonna look and see what that was. Maybe I find a pack of matches lying on the coast here, huh? Oh, yep, perfect thing. A nice, oh, that's not gonna be any good. It's gonna be frozen right now. We'll worry about that next time. If we ever have another fire, we'll start thinking about that. Heck, I might even find matches. So what I want to know is probably better to save my final T, right? Take damage, so at least I have a T to travel with. What is that? Thought I heard like a deer running around. Oh, it is a deer. Okay. Oh my gosh, imagine we die with like 20 coal on us. No way to start a fire.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do.
I'm not checking the visors. It's too much of a long shot. And too many visors. Have more important things to worry about right now.
I'm so cold. I'm warming up a bit.
I think that was one of the match spawns there. So the fact that we didn't get that one does not bode well. Nothing in there. Am I really crazy enough to go into the cannery right now? Should I go check over... That's a long way for that match spawn over there. No, I think we have to come here and stabilize at cannery. Is that them already? Yeah, they're already on me. Okay. Well, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? I don't know if this does anything. Probably not. Alright. Full energy. I think I know where I'm going. Let's try it. Take a quick break here. Of course you would go right there, wouldn't you? No flares here. Bedroll's in the one illegal spot in the game, right back there. We hit the 6.25% chance. Unbelievable. Well, oh, you're coming in? Okay. I'm going this way then. The hilarious thing about this is, had I just played it as a no bedroll run from the start, we'd be fine. Let's see if I can do this. Nope, I messed it up. I think yeah, there's a container over there. I need sprint to get heat. I need sprint to be able to reach a point where I can get out of here. Because as soon as I drop down, all these wolves are going to come around and they're going to start to swarm me over here. Ah, he's gonna attack me while I'm doing that. Nope, I made it. There's one I didn't open, but maybe I can get on a little ledge here and avoid an attack. You jerk. Uh-oh. Caught up to me. What did I say? Nearly 20 coal, 17 coal, 6 cedar, 4 reclaimed, and a book, 2 books, 3 sticks. But no match.
I can lay down and sleep right here.
Oh, I can't run anymore. Oh, I'm protected? Matches? Could still come back. If I had found matches in there, we could still come back from this. Because I could start a fire next to the car here. There's a really good protected spot right here. Maybe we can open this before we get attacked. Looks like he can't reach us here anyway. No, that's the end then. No matches anywhere. Well, so a couple of observations here. Obviously, if I had just treated this as a no bedroll run, we could have lived a lot longer. Probably just forged, made the bow, hunted the bears, and then eventually just made a bear bedroll. And in fact, I'm wondering if... Now, there's no way that's the way to play it. Second thing is, I looted 4 regions, and I did not find a single set of RNG matches. I got the 2 guaranteed matches in HRV, and I never found any other matches the entire game. It's very unusual, especially with all the cars in Milton, all the cars in Bleak, all the little boxes and crates and backpacks and corpses and everything that you find around. Like, it's just so unlikely to not find any extra matches at all. And the funny thing about that is that means had I gone out of my way to loot the 3rd pack of matches, which would have been in the cave in the climbing area in Milton, then we would have been fine. We probably would have survived this. We could have come into Bleak, realized that we had the 6.25% chance for no bedroll at all in the entire game, and then actually left, gone back and made the bow, killed the bears, and worked on getting a bear bedroll. So just goes to show, like, small decisions can really affect the outcome of the game. Like that choice to not go get that 3rd pack of matches, which, you know, seemed like it was a perfectly normal choice to make. You know, we had 2 packs. That was plenty to last for, what was this, 16 days? Yeah, 16 days. You'd think you'd find 1 random pair of matches in 16 days. 1 random pack somewhere. Yeah, I'm not even sure if the lesson is to always go for the guaranteed matches. The lesson may be sometimes the game just has it in for you. We played 16 days, looted 4 regions, and didn't get any guaranteed matches. And we got the worst loot table in the game. And we got the 25% chance. So, yeah, so it was the... I guess I'm talking about the 6.25% chance twice there. Oh, look, we can cheat death. We can keep going. I think if we cheat death, don't we spawn with 3 matches in our inventory? What do you guys think? Should we try the lethal misery idea that I was, or the lethal outer misery? So this was the idea that I was kind of building in my head based on somebody's comment. So the idea is we do outer misery, but we stack every negative thing imaginable. You know, no caves, No bedroll. 0 hours indoors, right? So that prevents spending a lot of time in the transitions, right? Like you can do a limited amount of transitioning. And then I was thinking about limiting my food income to like only meat and birch bark, right? So no teas. Yeah, that's the other thing. Let's add no teas except for birch bark, right? So the idea is to take everything out, but we have birch bark. And so it's a two-pronged thing, right? Like, so obviously it's like, oh my goodness, this is so hard. Everything is terrible. But I think what it's going to do is it's going to showcase just how powerful birch bark tea is. So let's try it. I think, yeah, I've got a few positive comments in chat about this. Let's give it a shot. So I'm just going to go with the rules that I just said. If anybody can think of anything that I should add, feel free to throw it in chat and I'll consider it. So we'll call this lethal outer misery. I've kind of wanted a mode like this for a while where it's like everything is really, really hard, but you also have a lot of health regen. Because then there's a lot of play with your health, right? Like you lose a lot of health, you gain a lot of health, you lose a lot of health, rather than the Nogoa style where it's just like you just have to not lose health. All right, let's do it. got a lot of positive comments about this. Masochist misery? Yeah, I don't know. I'll stick with this. I do like the idea, but maybe we'll change it later. Now the question is, we're definitely going to get the flare. So let's go check for the flare first. And we'll restart if we don't get it. I guess the question is, should we also restart if we don't get the gloves, just like when we were doing normal? Well, the gloves or so ingot, just like when we were doing normal outer misery. I don't know, I'll think about it. I was actually considering carnivore meat only, because obviously it means you can't eat very much in the early game, but because we'll have the birch bark. So we can actually survive until we can make the bow and start hunting carnivores. Okay, so the big problem with carnivore meat only is that eventually you'll be unable to prevent getting food poison, well, getting parasites from carnivore meat after you have sour stomach. So it kind of ruins the late game potential. Well, it's only parasites. So what do parasites do? Maybe we could do...
I can't feel my hands.
Maybe we could do only carnivore meat. Because even past day 50, you get... What? A soda? That's not a flare. I've never seen that there before. Oh my gosh, imagine Hinterland has been watching. They changed the spawns. Now you always find any random item there, but not a flare. Okay, we'll rename this afterwards. I'm not going to keep typing the same thing in. Yeah, DC, the thing is, if you have birch bark, you don't need food. Food is entirely optional. Only cooked food? Well, yeah, I'm definitely doing, I think, only meat. So only meat and birch bark. The question is whether I should really restrict it to only carnivore meat. Well, you wouldn't go for well-fed until you had the bow, yeah. Yeah, there's lots of stuff that's cooked. Paleo outer misery.
Jesus, this is cold.
Looks like we got red tools this time. Now we're gonna start hitting all the RNG that we missed last time we were doing these outer misery spawns. Where we don't get the flare almost every time. So I think it's still best to go ahead and do the kind of early summit strategy. Oh right, no clothing repairs was the other one from the list. You can only craft but not repair things. I think I missed that one. All right, you know what? Let's save the carnivore meat only for a different challenge. I think that's one step beyond what I want to do for this one. Okay, so the only things we can eat are meat and birch bark. No bedroll, no caves at all. 0 hours indoors. And no clothing repairs. Possibly no repairs at all? We'll see.
Sure getting cold.
And then the only question is there enough birch bark in the world to make this work? It'd be a fun experiment.
Oh, so cold.
Okay, we got a potential start here. Oh, red tools too. Let's at least check for one hacksaw spawn here. No. Okay. And then now we gotta go clean this place out of birch bark while we're here. So we'll do this. I think I'll do a pass down and then back. Then we'll go over to the plane crash and try to get gloves. If we don't get gloves, maybe we just accept a couple of frostbite. Yeah, this is too much. This is too much to keep restarting. So we just go for the flare, and then we play it out regardless of what we get from this point on. And just accept that we may get frostbite a couple of times. Got a friendly bear right here. Where's all the birch bark? Kind of tempted to go into the graphics and turn off the grass. You can actually see stuff. Alright, frostbite risks are starting to stack up. See a couple of birch bark over there we can hit on the way back. I don't think any spawns past this rock. If I do a good job of looting this area, we should get like 20. But I'll be happy if we get like 15 or so. Say that's probably close enough without wasting a ton of time running around looking for birch bark. Maybe we should, next time we are rolling for starts, maybe I roll for a start that's not windy too. Because the wind is just going to give me a bunch of early frostbite risk that I don't want to deal with at the start. If we're not re-rolling for gloves, then at least we can re-roll for something beneficial at the start of the game. Alright, where's that bear now? That's all sticks. Stick, stick, stick. There's a piece over here. I don't see anything up there. Where are those birch saplings? Oh, they're way over there. Okay. I was hoping to get a little bit closer to those, see if there's any birch bark right around here. Yeah, here's one. Just sticks up that way. Yeah, we're gonna get frostbite. This is not gonna be worth starting the, Yeah, so starting in wind is just awful, because it means we're gonna get frostbite regardless of anything else. I'm still gonna play this out, because if we find gloves at the plane crash, or if there's some other reason that we only get one frostbite for this run, that'll be fine. I'm happy to play it out with the frostbite. I think we have another birch bark over here. Okay, and then a couple more. Wait, how are these here? This is literally right where I ran through and looted on the way in. Huge amount of it. Maybe I was running around the bear at the time. He was protecting these. That must be it. Yeah, that must be it, because he's going back that way now too. This is where all the birch bark was hiding. $22. Alright, so I did really well. Better than I thought I was going to do. think we probably just assume that that's everything. We want these for the tinder. Definitely not using birch bark as tinder. So 22, that's 11 Ts, that's 55% health. So we've technically gained health from where we started. Frostbite, yep, I was just gonna say. Frostbite should be kicking in at any moment. Now, it would be good if I could avoid the head frostbite. Looks like we'll get to the cave in time to prevent the head frostbite and the hypothermia. Did that weird thing with where they appear after you pass them? It could have. Definitely not ruling it out. But that was right around where the bear was, so maybe I just gave him a wide enough berth that I didn't see them. Yeah, this wind, not only is it causing the frostbite, but then for the times where we're walking into it, we're getting slowed down. We got cold quicker at the start. There's just a million reasons why we should re-roll for no wind. Gotta book it. If I get hypothermia, we're starting over. If I get head frostbite, I'll keep playing, I guess. I'm so slow. Let me walk. I'm not even encumbered. Just happen to be walking into a light wind. Wait, can I go up here? I guess not. That's why I don't do that normally. Because it's not possible, really. I think we can squeeze through here, though. I don't know, after I learned that you can run up that log at the lighthouse in Bleak, I feel like I need to try every potential route I see. No guy out here this time? Oh, he's right here. Matches? Oh. Oh. No caves. I can't go in the cave. I was thinking we'd go in the cave and start a fire. So we have to go to the plane crash to start a sheltered fire. Yeah, this whole time I've been planning, we just need to make it to the cave. And then we won't get hypothermia and frostbite, but we actually have a little bit further to go. Oops. And we can come loot all this out later. Let's just get straight there. They don't call it lethal outer misery for nothing. Yeah, we'd already be starting our fire right now.
Come on, little fire. Are you serious? Come on, little fire. Oh, lucky day.
All right, we made it. You can start a fire there. Usually do it around the outside against the rocks. Not sure what you're talking about. I think there's a bear outside right now. You can start a fire there. I don't know where there is. I don't want film. Film is not on my list of things I'm looking for. I think we need to make this even warmer. Get rid of this frostbite and hypothermia risk quicker, in theory. There's definitely somebody right out there. Is that a suitcase? Yeah, bear's hanging out. Outside the door to the left is a windless notch in the rocks there. I mean, this is a 100% windproof spot, so I don't really need another one around here. I don't suppose, at least. Alright, don't fall in the fire. Oh, no hat. Unlucky. Alright. Any other suitcases in this part? Doesn't look like it. Got a nice little soda.
This stuff will come in handy.
Hey, gloves! Whee! Now, if only it had been a windless spawn and we hadn't gotten frostbite. It's okay, though. I think only getting one frostbite is already a major success. Oh. Soda is off the menu. Cattails are off the menu. I think it's safe to say that we're allowed to drink water. We don't have to drink only birch bark tea. That would be taking things a little bit to the extreme. Don't forget a break. Yeah, I should take a break, shouldn't I? While I'm thinking about it here, I'm gonna craft a couple of tinder. And then I will take my break. Because we used up both of those cattail heads on this fire, so we need some tinder for the next one. Meat and birch, you're allergic to everything else somehow? Yep. On a very strict paleo diet. Or something. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, Andy, I hate accidentally using one of my birch barks for tinder. Even if I have like 13 birch barks and I'm using the odd one out, I still hate accidentally using it. Because it's like, I just need to find one more and then that's 5% of my health. Alright, so we still need either weather or match RNG to cooperate here. Let's just make more water. So frostbite risk is no longer an issue, at least, wait a minute. Oh no, this is head frostbite risk. So we actually do need a hat. Yeah, it defaults to birch. Alphabetical order. I actually found out recently that if you play the game in a different language, it will alter the default items because it does it alphabetically for your new language. So maybe you can find the perfect language to play in where you get your optimal ordering of what you would actually like to use. Or heck, maybe you can write a... well, no. If you write a mod, then you might as well just write a mod that makes it work the way you want it to. What am I thinking? Alright, you know... it's warm out there. Let's just take a tea in case we need it. Let's go, it's, 66% frostbite risk. If we can just find a hat, and we'll no longer have to worry about any of this. Let's see if there's one up here. No suitcase there. We checked these. Let's just go ahead and do one big route while we're out here. Try German. Any particular reason you're saying German?
Hope nobody
Wow.
notices anymore.
Actually getting some decent clothing here. Hey, there's the hat. Okay. So frostbite no more. Some free cloth for making a snow shelter later. Not bad. Should have brought more torches out here with me. Oh, are we saying no torch harvesting? Think about it. I mean, I feel like I should, right? It's like if we're doing all the other rules. Oops. So that's every suitcase, I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna double check and make sure I got this one. Or these two. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we got everything. Okay. Let me go grab fuel from around this area.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Oh, this wind has just been unrelenting this entire time.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
Okay, so we'll call it 6 tinder. Let's go ahead and craft this before I accidentally burn it. Okay, I've made my decision. Considering all the other stuff we're doing and the no caves, which means we're gonna have like almost no coal, I think I am gonna allow torch harvesting. Plus, with the utter lack of teas, besides the birch bark, we're gonna have nothing to do while we're sitting at fires, so we might as well spend that time breaking down torches. We're not even gonna be allowed to repair anything. Yeah, we're gonna go check Skeeter's, Andy, but this is interloper loot table, so it's not gonna have an axe or knife. The best we can hope for over there is a hacksaw.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
I don't want to see what's over there before we commit a birch bark tea to this. Let's see what kind of animals we have to deal with. I don't see anything. I guess I'll go ahead and drink this. Deer. Perfect. Okay. Oh, that's useless. Can't use that anyway.
I am too tired to think straight.
Yeah, DC, we really need this wind to end before I head off towards Timberwolf. Because, I mean, I still don't have matches, so it's like, what do you want me to do? Can't eat those crackers either. Those just stay in the box. So no hacksaw. I think there's a potential... Is it a tool spawn, or... There's something over here by this house.
I need to find food.
Also gotta remember, we can't do the snow shelter in the three-way cave, because all caves are off limits. So... I'm gonna have to come up with an alternate place for a snow shelter. There's obviously no other place to sleep. Okay, wait a minute. Let's back up. Back the heck up. We have hand and head coverings.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
The main thing we need is matches. Do I actually go to Timberwolf Mountain? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Andy. Why go to Timberwolf Mountain? Cloth, matches, fire striker, and clothing. Those are the reasons. And the question is, are those good enough reasons? Can't go through even transition caves? That's right. So we can never go to Blackrock or HRV. The only thing we can go through is the transition mine. Well, transition mines. And the tunnels on the way to the far territories, but... Yeah, I can use that stove. The problem is, we gotta make it all the way to the summit on just this one match. Or flare. I'm wondering if it wouldn't be smarter to go down to Thompson's and loot all the cars around there. We can sleep in a car. We wouldn't have to make a snow shelter. Oh, the summit could have the flare gun. But the flare gun and the crampons are pretty useful. Can give you some hides, some additional cloth. Oh, you know what? I think it's worth it. Because there's a lot of birch bark to be had in Timberwolf and then later in Ash Canyon. So I think we do want to go to... Yeah, the hacksaw can be around Thompson's. We want to go to Timberwolf. Just for the birch bark that's in that region, plus the immense amount that's in Ash Canyon. It's worth it. And then by the time we come back, we'll probably be able to get a respawn in the Pleasant Valley Birch Forest. And that should be enough to get us through to Coastal Highway and eventually Ravine. And then we can start getting even more. Really got to plan this run around the birch bark because we don't have much else going for us. There's nothing to do, right? I mean, I guess we can break down these tools. Heavy tools. I'm not allowed to repair clothing, so... Oh, we can harvest clothing for cloth. Yeah, we're definitely going to want a snow shelter at some point, so... We harvest the worst clothing I've got. Which is these 30% shirts. This can never be repaired. So this probably goes at some point soon as well. These are both pretty good. Okay, Nana. Thank you. Good morning, and well, you can have a nice day. I'm going to sleep well. Let's put it that way. I mean, that's the end of the wind, right? We just gotta hope that this works now. Let me just see. Yeah. Well, we gotta get out of the wind shelter first to make sure. -12. I mean, we can leave like 20 minutes on this thing, so if we get blown out really early on, then we can come back to it. Andy, the Riken counts as indoors. Yeah, Kirk's on top of it. Alright, we'll leave 18 minutes on that. I was gonna be pretty annoyed if that bear was still here. I do think we want to check the cars. Cars are probably more important than the Hunter's Blind. I just don't remember what the best route is to those cars. It might be on this side of the rocks.
All I can think about is food.
Yeah, it's a clear night. I'm not sure that it's going to Aurora necessarily. It could. I don't like this wind. Oh, no, no, no. Absolutely not car sleep. We can't afford to sleep until we have a... Do we either have matches or we have a 100% windproof location for this fire? I'm gonna leave a safety here. Just in case the wind gusts while I'm doing this. Andy, we're allowed to use the transition mine from Pleasant Valley to Coastal Highway. Just to walk through it. We can't loot anything from it. Alright, well, no matches from here. Oh, I spoke too soon, maybe.
I think I can use this.
Hey, we got a shirt. Nice. Couldn't take the chocolate bar, but made use of the shirt. Oh no. Maybe that was just a wind gust. It scared me.
Come on, little fire.
That was just a wind
Why
gust.
didn't that work?
Wasting my time. Yeah, walking straight to the forge right now would be extremely optimistic because we don't even have matches. Like, as soon as this torch gets blown out.
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life.
Ah, just instant. Where are we going even? Over there, I guess?
The fire. Hot fire. Gotta warm up somehow.
Over there, okay.
It's a goddamn freezing.
I can't figure out where the wind is coming from. Whatever, let's just go then. I think we went too far. I think that torch is going to be out now. I thought I could find a spot around that tree and save it, but it wouldn't let me. I think we're probably dead now. I still see the fire going. Maybe we'll be okay. I think it just got blown out. I don't see it anymore. Or it just finally extinguished. Yeah. Unfortunate. Alright, well, maybe there's matches up here. I'm not holding out much hope, but we'll give it one last push. See if we get lucky. Yeah, this was clearly doomed. I mean, it was just windy the entire day. Too bad, because the clothing spawns were fantastic. Jacket, hat, gloves, multiple shirts. There's like a box up here. If that box has matches in it, then we're in fine shape. It's a pretty big F, but There's no way we make it... We make it to the fishing hut? Fishing hut could have matches too. Okay, so we got a backpack. And we've got this. What do you guys think? Would you rather see me make a desperate run for the fishing hut just on the off chance we find matches there, or should I just start a new run? Oh, well, now we have a sprain. Okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize I was, yeah, I'm 3 over. I'm probably carrying a bunch of water or something. I don't know what I'm carrying that's so heavy. We hardly have anything. Well, yeah, it's definitely a new run now, because we'd have to waste time crafting a bandage. Okay, so the plan is... First, we reroll wind. Second, we reroll no flare. Otherwise, we just play. This is a wind chill of -13. I think this is acceptable. We don't reroll this. This is, like, relatively calm. Wolves over there. I should remember that for the future. Wonder if there's a better route to take. We can't possibly ignore the plane crash, can we? Yeah, all the rules are the same. Everything's the same. One downside to this is because we're re-rolling for the flare spawn here, because the flare spawn is so close to the birch forest, we have to invest a lot of time picking up birch bark before we can, you know, do the plane crash and the climb to Timberwolf and the fishing hut and all that stuff and see if we have a real run. Crash is hat and gloves? I mean, if we're lucky, it is.
If I don't warm up.
But yeah, even more importantly, I think it's just like extra scrap cloth that we'll need for crafting a snow shelter. This feels windy. I guess it's not really any different from before. Cordboard matches don't spawn in Interloper and Misery. Only wood matches. I don't think I've ever seen matches in a suitcase at the plane crash. Okay, so here's a thought. What if we just abandon the whole flare concept? Because that was the workaround for finding matches. But the, what's holding me back from having a run here is getting with the flare all the way to the summit. So what if instead we just said, okay, we run around all over creation in Pleasant Valley, looting cars and whatnot, and we just try to get matches. Because if we get matches, we have a run. Basically, for sure. Frostbite risk has already started. Maybe I need to be more judicious about the wind, because I'm still a little bit slow sometimes in this wind. Go for clothes first and then matches. Oh, you mean like go to the plane crash, get loot it, and if I don't get like gloves and halfway decent clothes, just restart? And then after that, we just run around looking for matches? Feels like it would take a long time to get a good start that way. Definitely would give me a nice powerful start. It would give me a no frostbite. Yeah, no frostbite early matches. And then we could just go loot the whole birch forest afterwards. I guess if you think about it though, like right now I'm spending all this time looting the birch forest, and we're gonna have to restart if we don't get matches. Or if the weather isn't perfect. So it's kind of the same thing, except we just go looking for matches first instead of for birch bark. Maybe I'll alternate. Like I'll do this run going for birch bark first. Next run we'll go, so we'll either do flare and birch bark, or we'll do plane crash and then run around looking for matches. How long does it take this birch to respawn? I think it's several days, like 5 to 6 days at the start, and then maybe even longer as you get later into the game. I don't know exactly though. Cardboard matches, yes, have a worse chance of starting a fire. They come in packs of 20 instead of 12. They show up in a completely different place in the starting menu because they show up in a different alphabetical order. And they don't spawn in Loper and Misery at all. I think that's the comprehensive list of differences. How'd we do this time? Only 16, yeah. I probably wasn't as thorough this time. We also have significantly higher health than when we left the last time. Yeah, there's those wolves. You can still go for the clothes and then find matches in this run if you want to try that. Well, the thing is, we already put all the time into the flare plus birch bark, which is like that's essentially wasted time if we then get the clothes, and try to run around for matches. So I think they're two separate strategies that don't really work well together. Like with this one, I have a better chance, I think, of just going straight to the summit than I would running all over Pleasant Valley hoping to get matches. So basically in the one you're getting the flare and then going for the guaranteed matches. In the other, you're just hoping to get matches. And then restarting if you don't. Go sooner while you have energy. Go sooner where, Kirk? Oh, you were agreeing with the tactic. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm probably going to be out of energy by the time I get to Timberwolf regardless. Especially since there's not much to be gained by preserving energy for the rope climb, because the rope climb will expend most of it anyway. So it makes sense to use all this energy sprinting around. Do we try to prevent this frostbite? Or do we just accept it? I guess hypothermia risk is high enough that we might as well clear the frostbite risk too. Well, the easy way to get there with energy, and the way that I haven't tried, is to just go straight to the rope climb at the very beginning of the game. So ignore the plane crash. Or maybe do just the plane crash and then keep moving. Oh man. Might get frostbite doing this. I don't know if it... Yeah, it'll probably go up. Maybe it won't go up because I'm not in the wind right now. Maybe frostbite risk holds steady. Yeah, I don't think it's going up anymore.
One little fire. Come on!
Andy, the whole point is that the rope climb expends energy, but if you have no energy, then you can climb without spending any energy. It's a short enough climb that you can manage it exhausted.
Come on, little fire!
As long as you don't have more than 15 kilos in your inventory, like I did last time. Oh, we had a book this whole time. Wow. What a disaster. Could have avoided that. No, not the summit. I have to go like into Timberwolf Mountain and make a snow shelter and sleep in there. Preferably with a windproof fire, which is difficult with no caves, but I think I know a spot that I can probably do it.
I'll take it.
Hand frostbite risk is still really high. $75. Wow, all the suitcases are really far away. Alright, let's go get fully warmed up, clear a bit more frostbite risk, and then I'm gonna bring a tea along, torch along. Hey Dustium, there's been a bug or a glitch in the game for, it feels like years now, where the overhead compartments are always empty. So there's no point in searching them. Yeah, snow shelter is 5 cloth. It's expensive. It does give you 2 back when you harvest it, if you've kept it in good repair, so... $59%. I'll have to do, I guess. Oh, I already did this one, right? Okay, so it's these up here. %90 certain I just did this? Oh, I didn't. Okay. That's why we check. Crazy. They're spawning in all sorts of weird locations along the hill here. Yeah, the snow shelter is something that a lot of people forget about. It is very useful in very specific circumstances. Wow, that was a nice find. The shoes are kind of useless, but... got some additional scrap cloth. We got coverings for everything. Yeah, it's a no frostbite start. The only question is it a make it to matches start? There's also a small chance that we get no hacksaw at all, which would be brutal because we can't even go to Blackrock in this rule set to get one from there. Oh, nice. I'm curious, which of my tips videos did you see? Or you think it just my stream came up because you've been watching some other tip stuff for the long dart? At any rate, welcome in. I've got some I've got a pre-recorded series I'm doing right now that's a one match challenge. Do you have any interest in that sort of thing? This doesn't look good. Are we gonna get a blizzard? Yeah, we got deer again. Saw it and thought, what crazy thing is he doing? That's pretty much always the question whenever you join one of my streams, just so you know. And in fact, the title of this stream is no longer accurate because we lost the last crazy challenge to a very unlucky 6.25% chance. And so now I'm doing this brand new crazy challenge. Double glove spawn? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, right. Both of the last 2 runs. I wonder if those crackers are always there. It's a duplicate from last time, too. No hacksaw up here, it looks like. Looks like this has decided not to blizzard so far. I think we go back, heat up our teas, and try to run to the stove below the rope at the very least. Hope the weather holds at least that long. The thing is, Andy, we just kind of have to hope for the best at the start of a challenge like this. Like, unless we have matches, you know, there's just a chance that our fire is going to get blown out by unlucky weather. Not really much we can do about that. Okay, so in 14 minutes or so, we're leaving. Let's put this out. I need to get warm quickly here, so let's throw several sticks on here. I do have a book for starting the next fire. I think I crafted tinder, right? Make sure I have enough. 9, yeah, that's more than enough. Okay, well, we have to sit around here a bit longer, because we're not nearly warm yet. Okay, frostbite risks don't matter, because we got all of that. Hypothermia risk is long since cleared. Yeah. I thought it looked like it might be a blizzard. Alright, so we have to wait this out. These had happened while we were in here. We're gonna be here for a while, and I have nothing useful to do, right? Could read field dressing your kill. Yeah, so I think we just, let's take all this off so it doesn't get all torn up. Normally I wouldn't do this, but we have a lot of time to kill. Wait, what would I use that leather for? We can't repair anything. Crafting improvised crampons at some impossibly distant time. No, this is just garbage. I mean, I guess we can carry them No, I'm not going to even carry them as a backup. Current shoes are plenty good, and we'll find others at the summit and stuff. Andy, it's one of the crazy rules. We can't repair anything for the whole run. We can only craft new clothing or find new clothing. Next stream, because I just started this challenge this stream, I don't have the rules, but next stream I'll type all the rules up and put them in the description, so you guys will be able to check that. Okay, so we obviously need the hat and gloves. We have no coat, so the shirt is critical. I'm keeping those. This is only a 10-minute teardown. I think it's better to keep those and wear them. Yeah, Jen, I probably should take another break, but I'm thinking about quitting soon. So I don't want to take a break and then like immediately stop streaming right afterwards. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to pass some time here because we have literally nothing else to do. We'll see how long we're stuck here in this blizzard. And then I'll decide whether we're just going to quit now or take a break and keep streaming. Pleasant Valley blizzards are unfortunately really, really, really long. Well, I still like to have all the rules kind of written out. And it's not that there's no sewing kits, because I can use sewing kits to craft new clothing. It's just strictly no repairs.
Still, a fucking empty pit.
Alright, I think here's what we're going to do. I'm going to now pass an hour. This will save the game. Blizzard is still going strong. Yeah. So, I think next stream we'll pick up from this save. Based on my past experience, usually if you get a blizzard this early in a difficult challenge like this, especially one of these multi-hour blizzards that eats up your whole... Right, this ate up my whole, like, early to late evening, which is nice warm weather for traveling. Usually that spells doom for the whole run. However, I think I will still play this out simply because we have gloves and a hat and no frostbite. And really all we're looking for is we have to get lucky with the weather from here to the summit so we can get the matches. So if we get this bad blizzard, but then we get really lucky with like fog for a long time and we make it, then I think we'll be okay. So I'm going to play it out next stream, and if we, if we lose it, we'll start over. And we're going to go with, whose idea was it? Was it, I feel like it was Sirius who was talking about this, or maybe DC. Whoever it was, suggested that we just go straight to the plane crash, get the clothing, and then run around looking for matches. So we'll try that strategy for the next one, and then we'll probably just alternate between these two strategies until we get lucky enough to have a real run. We're not going to know how hard this is until we get like past the initial hurdle of finding matches, basically. It's the, uh, that's the hard part of this. Yeah, yeah, it was serious. Pretty sure. I remember that. All right, let's get this blizzard sound off. That's enough of that. All right, thanks everyone. This was fun. Good to see you guys. DC, Sirius, Andy, Jen, Kirk. Lots of people in chat. I'm really, really into these challenges right now, so it's likely we'll have another stream tomorrow night. If you're on the Discord, you get notifications. You can see I made a recent community post for that, so you can just sign up, join the Discord, and you can do the little reaction thing to get notifications when I go live, if you're interested. Alright, thanks everyone. Have a good evening.